All right, this is where my 1LE sleeps amongst all the stuff that's in here. Unbelievable. This really sucks. Thank you to everybody that watched the first video when I revealed my new car, this 1SS 1LE Camaro, which I am loving right about now. So I wanted to tell you guys why I bought this car. A couple years ago, I was leaving a gym that I work out at in Calumet City, and this car was parked in the front of Napleton Dodge. And if you're familiar with the area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this car, as I drove past, stopped me in my tracks. I had never seen a Camaro that was trimmed out in this level before. Not exactly sure what it was. So I took a really good look. I got out the car and I walked over there and I took a really good look at the car and just instantly just fell in love with it. And it was white, just like this one, same trim level. I mean, it was exactly like this car. So I went on home and I did some research and I actually pulled up the car online, checked out the price point. At that time, it was a little bit more expensive than I wanted to pay because it hadn't taken its depreciation at that point, and it didn't make sense for me to buy it at that particular time. I thought about getting maybe a Challenger, maybe a 392 Daytona, but this one, I kept coming back to this car, so I said, well, let's do a little research and find out if I can find one that's available. There were not a lot of them out there at the price that I wanted to pay. So I found this one in Indianapolis, called the guy, made a deal, drove my E39 out there, and I was in and out in an hour. I was done. Just to give you guys a little bit more of an introduction to the car, I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. Started with the interior. This car does have the Recaro seats. They are the star of the interior. That is for sure. So as far as the dash is concerned, I mean, it's a leather dash. It's got the retro pod gauges that have the speedometer as well as the tachometer. But I tell you the truth, I really don't look at those too much. There's a digital readout in between the two that I really pay most of my attention to. I drive the car by feel and by sound. And the reason I probably do that is because of my background riding motorcycles for over 20 years. I mean, when you're riding a motorcycle, you don't pay attention to the tachometer and RPMs and stuff like that. You pay attention to sound, and you give the car, well, you give the bike or the car the gear that it wants. To me, it just looks badass. I mean, you got the 1LE accents, which you have the satin black hood, along with the satin black chin spoiler, and then you have the satin black spoiler on the trunk, as well as the satin black 20-inch wheels with the red Brembo brakes. And that package to me looks really tough. They make this car in other colors, but the white looks really good to me. And this car is pretty rare. I started looking and doing some more research on it, and they only made just over 2,400 units of these cars, the 1LE edition I'm speaking of, for 2014. They just made over 2,400 units, and slightly, well, a little bit over 500 of those cars were white. And some of those cars never left Canada. This car is equipped with a 6-speed manual transmission. And it's been a long time since I had a manual. I really, really love it. I mean, it's fun to drive. It makes tons of great noises from the exhaust. It's got the dual mode exhaust, which is dual. If you're not sure what a dual mode exhaust is, I'll explain it to you. It's an exhaust that really opens up at higher RPMs, but it doesn't give you that drone when you're on the expressway and you're going on long trips. You know, it just kind of normalizes itself and doesn't give you all of those. It doesn't give you that drone noise the whole time you're riding in it, which I can really appreciate. When I'm getting on it, hell yeah, I want to hear it. But if I'm just chilling, you know, on the expressway, I don't really need all that. So, and when you downshift on it, I don't know if it's coming through in the camera, you do get the pops, which I love that. I love the pops. I can't get enough of that shit. It's definitely a fun to drive car. Really happy with it. And I can't wait to the summertime where I can do more with this car. You know, doing more collaborations with other YouTubers and doing some car shows and some meetups and stuff like that. Anyhow, if you like this video, smash that like button, make a comment. I got a small channel, so I'm trying to grow it. And if you guys make your comments, I will definitely reply to them and try to interact with you guys as much as possible. And if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, or if you're rolling by the channel for the first time, hit that subscribe button. I got some more videos coming for you guys. And I do appreciate everyone who subscribed to my channel so far. I only got 6 subscribers, which is love, because I'm just starting out. And all the YouTubers out there, guess what? Everybody had to start someplace. And this is just my start. So I hope you guys liked the video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and Ace is rolling out.
Fingers.